Thank you everyone for joining us today for our CPC Virtual Visit Day focused on health sciences. My name is Samari Neely. I am the Outreach Success Coach at NICC. On the Zoom, we also have Shara Spargrove, who is our Earn and Learn Success Coach, Jesse Colson, who is our EMS Program Developer, April Vasson, who is our Health Operation Program Manager. So what are career pathway certificates? They are short-term, 6 months or less training options that lead to employment and or continued education in our diploma or associate degree programs at NICC. We offer the CPC programs to address acute shortages of middle skilled employees. Curriculum for the programs are developed in a joint effort between NICC, area companies, and area community partners. Most certificates are connected to diploma programs, allowing students to also earn college credits. The CPC are available for anyone interested in expanding their skill sets. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the process of our application for the Career Pathway Certificate. The first step is to meet 101 with our success coach to complete the intake paperwork, overview of the program, and a gap application for tuition assistance. The second step is to complete our CASAS assessment. This takes 2.5 to 3 hours and is focused on your basic math and reading. The assessment is offered at our NICC downtown Dubuque Center. The third step is to interview with our NICC staff and partners. What we like to do is conduct mock interviews to prepare students so when they get in front of the partners, they are ready. We also offer disability services for students who may come to us with an IEP plan or may have a learning disability. We like to get those services in place to ensure student success throughout the course of the program. Okay. So we offer career pathway certificates in the following areas: advanced manufacturing, construction technology, auto tech, mechanics and transportation, business, marketing and hospitality, education, public and human services, as well as health sciences. So our first health science certificate is our certified nursing aide. This is 80 hours of training and is offered within 6 weeks. Currently, we only have a hybrid, which consists of lecture only online. Our clinicals are on hold until further notice due to COVID-19 restrictions at our different facility. State testing is also offered twice per month in Dubuque. The next class will be started on July 27th. We also have the next class that will be starting is available throughout our district. Students must be 18 to enroll. We also complete background checks. So if students are looking to continue their education in our health science programs, they must pass with a C or higher to fulfill the prerequisites for the program.
Sorry, I was just gonna, before we introduce Carla, sorry, 1 minute. Just want to clarify, I think Samari just misspoke where she said you have to be 18 to enroll. So it is 16. It is something that you can do concurrently with. We do have it in some of our local high schools. They have a program that's available, or you can enroll on your own at 16. Just want to clarify that. And yeah, the class that's scheduled to start on the 27th is in Dubuque and it's hybrid, but there are a variety of classes available in hybrid throughout the district, as she mentioned. Yeah, so if go ahead and introduce Carla, that's fine.
So Carla, would you like to add anything for the Stonehill Care, the partnership and how that works with you and NICC?
Yep, I just want to say first that Stonehill is really happy to be partnering with NICC to help with the career pathway certificates. And we really welcome all individuals that want to make a difference in the life of our residents and help our residents thrive while they're here with us at Stonehill. And we welcome the opportunity to help individuals get into the nursing career. And then we do have resources within Stonehill for individuals who want to continue to learn and get additional skills in that nursing area that we certainly invest in our employees and help employees do that. So thank you, NICC, for the partnership.
Thank you, Carla.
So just to add a bit there, if you are interested in that, what we call Earn and Learn program, where you start to work right away and then enroll and are sponsored by Stonehill to complete your CNA certification and testing, then yeah, please talk to us about that. It's an excellent opportunity to start working right away and then move into that and get all of the, of course, the pay rates and everything that goes with that. We do have a question actually in the chat box that came in a timely manner. So it says, how does the partnership with Stonehill work? Is that for CNAs? So yeah, to clarify, it's not that you're already a CNA, it's that you're showing interest in being a CNA. So the entry level position, Carla, if you want to comment on that, what are the examples of the different positions that you would be hired into while you are taking your CNA class?
Yep, so while you're taking the CNA class, you could start at Stonehill as a service tech, which is helping our residents with some of the basic needs, but nothing that you need to be certified to do. So it could be helping individuals with their meal, getting them water, helping them get ready for bed at night, things that you would be learning about in your CNA course, but only that which you're allowed to do. The other positions that we have is we have independent assisted living. So in our assisted living, individuals help there as well. And that's some of the same activities as in our long-term care. And then once an individual completes the CNA course, gets their certification, they can move right into a CNA position with us here at Stonehill.
Right, and we already have several candidates who are working through that program. Some things were interrupted, of course, by the current situation, but we do have people who are very successfully being sponsored and working and getting familiar with the facility and the residents, and then when they move into that CNA position, they're already really comfortable with working at Stonehill. So. Again, just let us know if there's are there any other questions right now for Carla about how that would work? That's something that you would apply at Stonehill, of course, to be employed, just as you would any other time. And then you would need to meet with one of the coaches as well to apply and get approved by NICC. And then Stonehill would register you through that sponsorship. So.
And I just add the advantage of not only working and earning money when you're in school, Stonehill pays for the CNA course up front. So you don't have to wait to be reimbursed. If you go through Stonehill, we pay for the course and the testing up front, and you're not responsible to pay for that.
Yeah, definitely an advantage. You won't necessarily find that at other facilities. So that's a really great opportunity to look into if you're interested in having the class sponsored by Stonehill. Good. Other questions about CNA or Stonehill? The testing process or anything like that. April, do you want to add anything that maybe hasn't been mentioned yet about the enrollment process for CNAs? You might need to unmute yourself.
I think you all have covered it pretty well, but yeah, we're always looking for candidates and wanting to fill those spots, and it's a really rewarding field. And we definitely need your help in our area, for our nursing homes especially. So that's about all I have to add.
Okay, thank you. April's one of our operations people. She'll be, she's somebody that you would see helping you with testing and a variety of things in that area. So, all right, let's see. We have another question in the chat box. So we talked about the funding and tuition assistance process. Who qualifies for the assistance? Maybe let's come back to that question again later at the end. Let's get through some of the more programs, and then we'll come back and talk more about funding and tuition assistance. That's an excellent question. Thank you. All right, so back to you, Samaria.
Thank you. All right, the next health science certificate is our pharmacy technician certification program. It is online, offered in within 6 months. It is provided through a third-party vendor and roll-in enrollment. Again, this class is an independent study. At the end of the course, students will be required to take the PTCB exam in order to get into employment, and also pay an additional $150. Once that exam is taken, they will be placed on the state registry for the state of Iowa. The next one is our phlebotomy technician. This is 180 hours of training, which includes 60 hours of classroom and 120 hours of clinical. The program is completed within 3 to 4 months. A high SED or high school diploma is required, and students must be 18 to enroll. We also conduct background checks and drug screenings. A job shadow is also required at one of our local facilities. The ASCP certification exam required for employment does also cost additional. The next class will start on August 17th in Dubuque. Our last one is the emergency medical technician. This class is 132 hours of training and completed in 4 months. There is a mandatory orientation as well as an out-of-pocket expense of $379. Students must be 18 to enroll, 17 to enroll, and 18 to take the EMT test. The CPR certificate is required prior to enrollment, and students interested can also, once completed, can transfer to our credit class for an associate's in science. The next class will start on August 20th in Piasta and Kalmar. Jesse, is there anything that you would like to add?
Just a couple options there. So we do offer it 3 times a year, 1 time in the spring, 1 time in the summer, and 1 time in the fall. We do have an accelerated course that comes up in the summer. So instead of 4 months, if you have the summer off or are looking to get some extra college credits, you can take that course in a 2-month time frame. It's the same coverage, same amount of hours. It's just in a condensed time frame. It's a hot topic. The national trend has shown that this profession is struggling right now to keep spots filled. So to acquire this certificate would guarantee you a job somewhere. Not only that, but this certificate also, our course leads you up to the National Registry test. Once you are a nationally registered EMT, then you become a licensed Iowa. You can become a licensed Iowa EMT, but the National Registry certification is valid throughout the United States. So that certification can go with you wherever if you choose to go or move further on or to other places in the country. So it's a pretty good course.
Thank you.
Samaria, do you want to just give us a little bit more detail about the process for phlebotomy tech? What are the requirements before? So let's say the class starts August 17th. What would be the timeline for being prepared to enroll in that class on the 17th?
Well, about a month will probably be required so students can gather their health records and examination records. That is also required, and also go ahead and get the job shadow connected with some of our facilities.
Okay, so it's not something you'd want to walk in the door a few days before August 17th and expect to be in the class.
Correct.
It's one of the longer lead times, I think, for any of our programs, to make sure that you're definitely ready and fulfill the steps. So do you have any other questions about these health sciences programs right now? Pharmacy tech, phlebotomy tech, or EMT for Jesse or Samaria? Okay, we'll move on. Go ahead and put them in the chat box if they do come up. So I want to go back to the question we had previously about funding tuition. Actually, before I move on, I'll just go back to the screen. So it says, who qualifies for this assistance? So it's important to understand that the process for applying for these is a little bit different than if you were doing a traditional college credit program. These don't qualify for the federal student aid so you wouldn't be filling out what's known as the FAFSA. But what you see here on the screen is a GAP application. That's what you would need to fill in. It's a couple-page application. It doesn't look that different from a job application. The thing that's specifically different is you'll see that you do have to provide income verification, and that's for anyone who lives in your household. So if you live with a partner or with parents or anyone else who's working, you just need to have a simple sort of pay stub verification of the last 3 months of their income, and then that tells you who qualifies. So it's somewhere right around 250% of poverty. So a lot of people who think they're not going to qualify, maybe that number doesn't mean anything to you, but a lot of people who don't think they're going to qualify, they may. So it's definitely worth checking with one of the success coaches and going through that process. What you see on the screen can usually be done within a couple days or a week if you're really dedicated to getting into the program and communicating with us. So so that tuition assistance is available to those who qualify financially and who complete the other steps that you see here. Other questions about that right now? So again, all the things that you see here on this screen, those are things that we walk you through as a success coach to get into the class. All right, so I will skip ahead to kind of wrapping up some of the other issues about our program. So Opportunity Dubuque, if you are taking the class in the Piaster Dubuque area, we do have sponsorship through something called Opportunity Dubuque, and this includes childcare support and for those who qualify. So you would need to fill in DHS application, and then if you are approved for that or not approved for that, that's the first step. And then if you are approved through the sponsorship of Greater Dubuque Development Corporation, NICC will help provide childcare assistance. So that would be the financial, and then also we do have a partnership with Steeple Square where they would provide, specifically if you're looking for after work hours, kind of evening hours for your child. But any licensed or registered childcare provider would be fine. If you have someone that you work with already, that would be fine as well, just to get them approved. So please talk to us about that if that's a barrier for you, if you have children under 12 who need to be looked after while you're in class, or if you're doing an Earn to Learn program like we talked about with Stonehill, those work hours would also be qualified to be covered as long as they're related directly to the Earn to Learn or to the program. So please let us know if we can help you to apply for that assistance as well. So just support in general, the success coaches are here to kind of to help you, but we do have a lot of support in the community for these programs. We're specifically working with a lot of business partners in the different industries who are looking to hire. There's community organizations that provide funding, that provide assistance in a variety of ways for our students. And we kind of walk with you all the way from the minute you call us or walk in the door under normal circumstances, maybe not right now, and let us know you're interested, all the way to getting you into a job that's going to earn you a living wage in the industry, all that whole process. And then even for up to a year after you complete the program with employment coaching and a variety of different resources there. So just to know that there's a lot of support for these programs. And our students do really well. We have a very high employment rate after completing the program, and really trying to get people obviously into the related field and into that living wage. So just want to let you know, you've met Samari and I as success coaches. Our program is, our contact information, is here on the screen. So if you want to jot that down quick, or you can find us on the NICC website as well. So we're available right now by phone, email, Zoom meetings, all of the ways that we possibly can be. And then, of course, one day soon, hopefully we'll be available in the Dubuque Center on Main Street. And then Jordan O'Connell is our Success Model Coordinator. He also does coaching with various programs and works very closely with the advanced manufacturing. So any of us would be happy to answer questions, direct you to the person to get answers, no matter what type of assistance it is that you're looking for. Don't hesitate to contact us. So are there any other questions? I don't see anything in the box. Anybody else want to unmute yourself or raise your hand, or go ahead and write something in the chat box, and we can answer that for you. Okay, we're having someone ask, can we quickly review all of the program options again, the healthcare program options? So go back to those screens. So again, just a reminder, these are not all of our programs by any means. We do have, this is just what we're specializing in today. We have a variety of things in advanced manufacturing, welding and industrial maintenance, things like that, construction, transportation, a variety of things, culinary and customer service and things like that. But today we're highlighting on health sciences, which is the CNA, that really quick 6 to 8 week program. It's a little bit longer if you do the hybrid, to get you in at that first entry level into health, the health field. Pharmacy Tech, our online program, which is done kind of on your own, independent within 6 months. Phlebotomy Tech, starting, again, that's really good. Lots of jobs in Dubuque in a lot of the different facilities. They have Mercy and Finley and Grand River, and lots of places hire our graduates of this program. And then EMT, as Jesse said, 3 times a year, the next one starting in August. So these are all entry level. They lead to a lot of places. EMT, especially, you know, that transfers right into the Associates of Science. So excellent programs. Next question, are any of the classes at night? Maria, do you want to address that one? Are any of the classes at night?
Yes, so our phlebotomy technician is offered at nighttime, so usually between 5 to 8 o'clock, 3 nights a week. Our EMT is also typically offered in the evening, correct, Jesse? I think it's a combination. The accelerated one is usually offered during the daytime, and then the EMT is usually offered, the longer one is usually offered at night.
That's correct. Spring and fall are in the evenings. I think it's Monday and Thursday evening from 6 to 10. And then summer is daytime, 8 to noon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right, thank you. Yeah, most of our programs do have an option at some point of having a night class. CNA, certainly we try to offer regular night classes. There might be 1 or 2 that are only available in the evening, but most of them at least have that as an option at some point during the year. If that's something that you need to work full time and then be taking classes in the evening, definitely. Some of them are in the evening in Dubuque, some of them in Piasta, some of them up north as well, different times throughout the day. Good questions. Other questions for anybody that we've had on here today about any of our programs? All right, well, give you one last chance to see these contact information for our success coaches. If you'd like to talk to anyone else you saw in here, certainly let our success coaches know. We can get you in touch with Carla or Jesse if you'd like to ask more about EMT, those things for sure. Otherwise, thank you for joining us today. We do have a survey at the end just to kind of get to know you and get some feedback. If you do fill that in, you will have an opportunity to get a free NICC t-shirt. We'll send it to you, no charge. So just put your information in there, answer a couple questions. Be sure to tell us what size you want at the bottom, and we will send that to you right away. So I'll go ahead and put the link here in the chat box. Otherwise, sorry, 1 second. Get the link in here. There we go. If you follow that link, that will take you to our survey. So if there's no other questions, thank you for joining us. We'll hang out just for a minute to answer any other questions for you. Thank you.